we're going to be talking about Nicole Lenway, who was a crime scene investigator who survived a failed murder attempt. Someone dressed in all black ran up behind her, pointed their gun, and shot her 2 times in the neck and the arm. And miraculously, Nikki managed to pull out her phone and dial 911. By the next morning, Nikki regained consciousness. And she was by no means in good condition, but she was able to communicate with investigators and tell them that she did not think this was a random attack. And investigators soon believed her and had the evidence to prove it. Surveillance footage from FamilyWise and the bank across the street from FamilyWise captured the entire attack. And even though it didn't show the attacker's face, it showed their getaway car. Whoever shot Nikki was driving a black Dodge Ram truck, and the truck was then captured on several additional surveillance cameras throughout the area. There was no license plate on the car, and you couldn't see who was driving it, but that didn't seem to matter to investigators all that much. Because even though the truck was seemingly unrecognizable, investigators quickly learned that Tim, drumroll please, had a black Dodge Ram truck. And of course, it was an exact match to the car driven by the shooter. And so, not surprisingly, he was brought in for questioning. And so investigators then asked if anyone else had access to the truck, and Tim said yes. His girlfriend, Colleen. Well, according to Tim, she was the only other person with access to his truck, but made it clear to investigators that she is incapable of violence and never would have shot Nikki. They're not going to just take his word for this. So obviously their next step is to bring in Colleen for questioning. And when she was brought in, she not so surprisingly denied involvement in the shooting. She said she got home from work on the 20th, showered, and didn't leave home for the rest of the night. But did investigators believe her? No, of course they didn't. And knowing that Tim had a rock-solid alibi and Colleen was the only other person with access to the car, well, 1 + 1 = 2. And on April 28th, Colleen was arrested on charges of first-degree attempted murder. But of course, her arrest wasn't the end of the investigation because they had to find out if Tim was involved. And I'll just get right to the point because I know you guys know. Tim was involved. So just like his girlfriend, Tim was arrested on suspicion of first-degree attempted murder and aiding an offender as an accomplice after the fact. And once they were both behind bars, Colleen just came clean. She admitted that they conspired to murder Nikki and that Tim was behind the whole thing. Shocker.